Internet, Eric here. Marvelous May continues, and I'm still going to be in the Sony Spider-Man universe, I guess you would say. I think that's what it's called. My last video was discussing on if Madam Web was worth the hate. I did not think so. And I was questioning on if this video was going to be another Is It Worth the Hate? Because I do know it bombed a lot. It bombed big time at the box office. And it's now official that the Sony Spider-Man universe is dead and buried. But honestly, I didn't really find that much hate on this movie because no one really talked about it. So it's just going to be a regular discussion video today. I'm going to be talking about Kraven the Hunter. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. Came out in 2024, so like I said, with it being brand new, I am discussing plot spoilers. Basic plot of this is we are following Kraven, or Sergei Kravinoff, also known as Kraven. He and his younger brother Dmitri, being raised by their father, played by Russell Crowe, who is this vicious asshole of a hunter, gangster, bad guy dude. During a hunting expedition, Sergei is bit by a lion and he is near death, and he is brought back to life by the magic or potion or wisdom or what the fuck ever of a young girl named Calypso. And while she did, and due to her doing that, he's given the powers of the animals, I guess. So he's got like super strength and speed and eyesight. Fast forward to present day, he is now using his strengths to kill poachers, and his brother is kidnapped by the Rhino, the villain who ends up being the Rhino, and Sergei has to rescue him with the help of an adult Calypso. Okay, um, how do I say this? Well, let's get the acting out of the way. First off, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who I keep wanting to call Anya Taylor Joy, as Craven, he's pretty good. He's vicious when he needs to be vicious. He's cocky. He's arrogant. He's scary when he fights. Like, he can disembowel you like that. Take a fang from the leopard skin rug on your rug and stab you in the neck and rip it. He will bite your throat out. He's very arrogant. I love There's a scene where he's killed a bunch of poachers, and he goes to the office of the guy who, I guess you would say, initiated everything, and he's sitting behind the desk, and another guy walks in looking for the boss. Oh, where's the boss at? You're standing in him. And there's a giant puddle of blood underneath him, kills him, yada, yada, yada. But other than that, he doesn't really have that much interaction with, unless it's Russell Crowe, and Russell Crowe's an asshole, or the woman who plays Calypso, and she's just okay. So Aaron Taylor Johnson as Craven is okay. Russell Crowe as the father, he's just there. Anybody could have fucking played Papa Kravinoff, whatever we're calling him. So that is a waste of Russell Crowe. He's just there to talk shit to his son, say they're not good, blah blah blah. You have the woman who plays Calypso. She's just there to look pretty and shoot a bow and arrow. Doesn't really do anything. You have Dmitri right down there. He's barely in the movie. He's fine as the weaker of the two, but he's nothing special. And then you have this dude here in the glasses who plays the Rhino. Now, I know my Spider-Man universe. I know the Rhino is in a suit that allows him to run fast and break through walls. Or, in like the Ultimate Spider-Man universe, he is turned into a rhinoceros type humanoid creature who can run and bash through walls. He actually looks cool like that in the Spider-Man universe. That's the route they went with this, and he looks like shit. First off, this actor tries his best to be intimidating, and he just falls flat. He looks like a nerd. He doesn't do anything intimidating at all. And then when he attempts to turn into the Rhino to scare his opposition, it takes so goddamn long. I don't know why. Like, he slowly starts to turn gray and his skin starts to harden. and it takes so goddamn long. I don't know why the persons he's trying to intimidate, just leaves the room. It's kind of like in The Howling, when that one person's watching the initial transformation, and the transformation looks great, but it takes so damn long. Why don't you just sneak out the window? So he's not intimidating in his human form, and when he turns into the Rhino, he looks god awful. Now I know there's a guy named Cinema Snob I think he called him like the rock biter's left testicle or the rock biter's shit. From Neverending Story. He's not wrong. He does look like a mini rock biter with like a horn. To me, he looked like a piece of dog shit that's sat out in the sun too long, and that effect or that comparison even really hits when he's laying down in the grass defeated. The CGI. We'll get to the CGI in a second. The Rhino is pretty much a wasted character because when he finally becomes Rhino to fight Kraven, it's not even 5 minutes long. It's grab Kraven, throw him, punch him, get beat up, punch him, get beat up. Lots of stuff happen. It's pretty lame. The Rhino sucks. So characters other than Kraven, I don't really give a shit. I like looking at Calypso, but she does nothing. The gore, they made a big deal that this was rated R. It is very violent. We have, like I said, we have a lot of people getting shot in the eyes with arrows. There's a scene where Kraven has set up traps in the jungle. It reminds me of First Blood, but not as cool. But you do have one guy getting caught in like a snare, and he's getting pulled toward a tree trunk, and boom, explodes. Stabbings, gunshots. Like I said, Kraven bites a guy's neck and spits it out. It's nothing special, nothing we haven't seen before. The action's really good. I like the scene where Dmitri is kidnapped and Sergei is running through downtown Manhattan or wherever. Queens, I think, is where it is. And he's running after the helicopter in bare feet, running over glass, jumping like he's doing parkour shit, jumping through the windows. He grabs the ladder of the helicopter, and because he reminds me of, you ever see that cartoon Brave Star? Like, Strength of the Bear, Speed of the Cheetah, Eyes of the Hawk, or something like that. He grabs the ladder from the helicopter, and like he's trying to pull it down, type of thing. That's a good action sequence. And he uses his sight to see, far ahead, stuff like that. That's like I said, it's fucking Brave Star. The scene where he is attacking the poachers and he's on top of the Jeep, that's really good. Yeah, the action is really good. The fight scenes, not so much. What else? The problem with this movie, okay, well, before we get to the major problem, let's get to the CGI. I already talked about Dog Turd Rhino. All the animals in this are CGI, and it's bad. The lion that bites Sergei, young Sergei, is awful. It's like right out of the Lion King CGI live action bullshit movie. The antelopes are bad. The bison are bad. Every creature in this movie, the leopards, every creature in this movie is CGI, and it's horrible. It's like, excuse me, it's laughable horrible, eye-rolling horrible. I don't know the budget, but it's a Marvel movie, okay? The Venom movies were pretty successful. I think the first Venom movie, its entire first week of release, did more in that week than this did in its entire run. So it made Sony some money. Sony could do a lot better with the CGI. Speaking of, when Sergei's doing his little Spider-Man walk, because, he can climb walls because he's got good grip or some fucking thing, you could tell he's on a wire because his feet doesn't match up. And if it's not him on a wire, it's bad CGI. There is a cool scene where he is drugged, and his biggest fear is being covered in a bunch of spiders in the woods. There's your Spider-Man reference. And the biggest problem with this movie is it's pretty fucking boring. It starts off, Sergei's in prison. He kills some people in prison. Looks cool. Boring, 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 boring. Kill some poachers. Boring, boring, boring. Hey, let's try to stop my brother from the kidnappers. That's cool. Boring, boring. Let's get to the final act. It's great, and then the movie ends. He finally finds out his dad is behind a lot of this bullshit, meets up in it with his dad, and you think it's going to be a great final scene. No, he meets up with his dad, who is in the fucking, he's in the woods hunting, and Sergei takes a sip of vodka, walks away, and Russell Crowe is attacked and killed by a CGI grizzly bear. I'm not making that up. It's fucking stupid. Then he goes back. We find out that Dmitri is the chameleon. He looks fucking dumb. But then again, if you know your lore, you know he's going to become the chameleon, and that would look dumb on a person anyways. And then you get the very final scene of the movie. He's back in his father's office, puts on his coat or his vest or whatever, you know, the lion's face and the mane. It's the same lion that attacked him. And he sits, takes forever to sit down in the chair, and just, the end. Ooh. Didn't hate it. But man, I'm not too keen on this one. I'd rather watch Madam Web. Aaron Taylor Johnson is pretty good as Kraven. He is, like I said, he's vicious, he's strong, he's ruthless, he's cocky, he's arrogant. I like him. That's about it. The actor who plays Dmitri is good, but is hardly in the movie. The Rhino is fucking stupid. Calypso is barely in the movie. She helps. She kills like one guy with a bow and arrow. She looks pretty. That's it. Russell Crowe, anybody could have played their father. Boring stuff. Bad CGI. Not the best movie. Disappointing. It probably would be worth the hate if this was an is it worth the hate video. But again, it's not that type of video because no one fucking talks about Kraven. And I can kind of see why. So, disappointing. This was a blind buy. I think I had maybe a gift card on Amazon, so I wasn't out too much money. And I've wasted money. I wasted more money on less. So, but yeah, not a big fan of Kraven the Hunter. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Am I being too harsh? Am I being exactly right? Do you not give a shit? Click the bell. Coming up, videos on Man-Thing, Incredible Hulk, TV movies. And then if you watch my short from yesterday, you know what's coming up in June. It's going to be tough because we might be in the middle of a move as well. So, but we'll see how it goes. Life is chaos. Fucking hell. Cheers.